Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the practical number 3, that is generation of amplitude modulated signal. So for this practical we are using amplitude modulation and demodulation kit. So there is a modulation and demodulation kit over here. So this kit has inbuilt carrier signal and we are giving modulating signal at the input. So from the function generator we are providing input to the modulating signal, and at the output of this kit we are getting AM output, which is displayed on the CRO. So in this experiment it is asked us to generate AM modulated wave. So amplitude modulated wave will be generated with the help of a amplitude modulation and demodulation kit. So initially we need to understand what is a modulating signal. So modulating signal is an original sine wave signal, which is a low frequency sine wave signal. So we are taking modulating signal from the function generator. So from the function generator we are taking a low frequency sine wave signal, which is as a modulating signal or information signal. So first we will see the modulating signal at the CRO. So we will take the output from the function generator and connect it to the CRO. At the CRO, we can see the sine wave signal. So this signal is nothing but a modulating signal. For modulating signal, we have kept 1 kilo here frequency. We have kept as 1 kilohertz signal frequency. So this is 1 kilohertz sine wave signal. So as you can see, we have kept this knob, sine wave signal knob. So this modulating signal is applied to the input of this kit. We will apply this to the input of this kit. Now at the CRO you can see we are getting input from the function generator over here. So in this practical it is asked us to note down the reading of modulating signal and carrier signal. So in this observation table, the first column is used for modulating signal. In this modulating signal we have to write down the values of amplitude and frequency. Similarly, we have to note down the reading of amplitude and frequency carrier signal, and in the last column we will get the amplitude modulated signal, where we have to calculate the Vmax and Vmin. So first we have to see the frequency of modulating signal. So we have kept the frequency at 1 kilohertz. Also in function generator it is 1 kilohertz frequency of modulating signal. Now we have to note down the amplitude of modulating signal. So for amplitude of modulating signal in CRO, press the XY knob here and count the divisions covered in the vertical direction. So this is 1, this is the vertical 2, 3, 4, and this is 4.2. So 4.2 number of divisions has been covered in the vertical direction. So for amplitude we are taking the readings of the vertical slot. Now this 4.2 is multiplied with the voltage per division. So this is in this knob is in you can see it is in 0.2. So 4.2 multiplied by 0.2 volt per division, how much it will be? The amplitude 0.2, it will become 0.84. So the amplitude of the modulating signal is 0.84 peak to peak. Now take the readings of amplitude and frequency. Note down the amplitude and frequency in the observation table. So instead of 0.49 you have to write it down 0.84 volt and 1 kilohertz, which is a constant frequency which we have been kept constant in the function generator. Now for amplitude you have to calculate the note down the readings of amplitude and frequency of carrier signal. For if you can see, for carrier you have to connect the probes, CRO probes at the output of the AM output without giving modulating signal at the input. Okay, so here the carrier signal has an inbuilt carrier signal we have in this modulation, Indian demodulation kit. So now this is the carrier signal which we have received. In the similar fashion, the way we have calculated the amplitude in the vertical direction, the same way we will do here and multiply the voltage per division with multiply the slot with the voltage per division. So here the value which we will receive here, so how much value we will receive here. So for frequency, how will you calculate the frequency? Using CRO. For frequency, we have to see how many number of division has been covered by the waveforms in the horizontal direction. Let me adjust this. So you can see, so we can able to see this number of slots covered in the horizontal direction from one to another tip. So the frequency of carrier signal is over here is 1.2. It is 1.2, and now we have to multiply with the time per division. We have to multiply with the time per division. This is time per division. In amplitude, we have to multiply with voltage per division, but instead, in case of frequency, we have to multiply time per division. So now the knob is at 0.2. So 1.2 multiplied by 0.2, it will give you 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 4, which is also, if we adjust this, it will become 0.24 millisecond. And this 0.24 millisecond is the time period of this wave for complete one cycle. So if we take the inverse of this time period, we will get the frequency. So now take the inverse, we will get the frequency. So now the frequency is given as 4.1 kilohertz, and if we take the approximate value, then it will become the carrier frequency is at 4 kilohertz. So the carrier frequency is at 4 kilohertz. Now for generating the AM wave, now here the 4 kilohertz will be note down in the observation table. First observation table we got 4 kilohertz. Now for generating the AM wave, we will apply the modulating signal from the function generator at the input of this kit, where modulating signal is showing to you in this kit. Now directly we will get the output from this, and now directly we will get the output in the CRO. This is the input of modulating output getting from the function generator, which is given as input to the modulating signal. Okay, so this is our amplitude modulated waveform. So in this waveform, the upper, it has two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband. So in this waveform, the upper side, to here, see, this waveform has been given when the input is given from the function generator, and output you have to take in from the CRO. So here the upper variations, in this waveform, the upper side variation in the wave amplitude is known as upper sideband, and the lower side variation in the amplitude is known as lower sideband. Now after seeing this waveform, we have to note down the Vmax and Vmin over here. The topmost variation of the amplitude is known as Vmax, and the topmost variation means what? So this is the topmost variation, and the minimum variation of the amplitude is known as Vmin. This is the topmost variation, and this is the minimum variation. Now the Vmax is exact. So here the Vmax is exactly covering. How much Vmax it is covering? Let's see in the vertical direction. So here the Vmax is covering exactly 2 slots in the vertical direction, and we have to multiply with the voltage per division. and it is in 0.2. So 2 into 0.2 is 0.4 volt as Vmax. 0.4 volt as Vmax. Okay. Similarly, we have to calculate the Vmin. Okay, it is set. Now the Vmin is at 1.3, which has been multiplied with the voltage per division. So 1.3 multiplied by, it is in 0.2, so it will become 0.26 volt as Vmin. So in the similar fashion, we have to calculate the further readings also, and we have to keep as it is the amplitude and frequency of modulating signal, and we have to vary only the carrier frequency, and after that we can easily get the Vmax and Vmin of the amplitude modulated signal. And you can adjust the carrier frequency using this frequency adjustment knob which is in the kit. You can see easily, if I adjust this frequency adjustment, the frequency is also varying. So you can, using this frequency adjustment knob, you can easily vary the carrier frequency of carrier signal. I hope you have understood the concept of experiment number 3. Thank you.